Hi everybody, welcome to the Radio Control Show. I'm Chris Chianelli. You know, the question I get asked most is how much does it cost to get into RC? And there's a lot of misinformation about this. People think it's very expensive. You see this airplane? Flies fantastically. You can get it in your local hobby shop for about $90 to $100. Comes with everything you need and you're into RC. Let's take a closer look at this one. With the park flyers, as the name implies, you can pretty much fly it at any open space near your house. A schoolyard, at a park. They're electrically powered, so no one's going to complain about the noise. It comes built. All you have to do is rubber band on the wing and it's pretty much ready to go. It comes with a transmitter. It comes with the rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery, which fits in this nice little compartment here, and the charger that you're going to need to charge it up. Let's take a look at the Firebird Commander's transmitter. The left-hand stick is for the throttle, and it has a nice safety feature so the airplane doesn't take off accidentally before you're ready to fly. Nothing will happen when you push the throttle up. The safety feature works this way. You pull it down, and the tone you hear is the speed control. See? And it's got a proportional throttle, which means you can turn it on a little or a lot. All right, now the right-hand stick turns the model. If you notice the V-tail surface is moving. And what's nice about the V-tail, it not only gives some yaw control, which is like this, but it also gives a little bit of up pitch control, which you need in a turn. Anytime an airplane takes a turn, you lose some lift and the airplane will lose altitude and you need to give it a little up elevator. Well, this configuration sort of automatically builds both of those in at once. One of the features I found on the Firebird Commander, which really surprised me, especially at the price point, $90, was it has a anti-crash technology device built in it. Basically, it's got a couple sensors, one on the top and another one just like it on the bottom. You can switch it on and off. It's a good idea to learn with it switched on. All it does is it senses, the top one senses light, and the bottom one senses the ground, dark. So it helps keep the airplane lined up with the horizon. The horizon is where the sky meets the ground. Today's letter is from Jeff L. of San Diego, California. He writes, "Dear Chris, my son and I want to get into the hobby. He's only 8 years old. Is he too young to fly? Well, I've seen pilots that young do very well. Their reflexes are great. What you might want to try is get one of the flight simulators, put him on it, and see how he does. He might surprise you. The most important thing of all, be patient." This is the Skyfly, and as you can see, it's a really nice flying airplane. Unlike the one you just saw, it has a dedicated rudder and elevator, fully proportional. Let me show you. Now, the next plane we're going to look at, I would call it a step up in the sense that it has three controls. It's got motor control, rudder, and elevator. But it's basically very similar in design to the airplane I just showed you, the Firebird Commander, in the sense that it's got a high aspect ratio wing and it's got a pusher prop. That's a good safety feature. If you hit anything, you just hit it with the nose. Now, the transmitter that comes with the Skyfly is very, very comfortable. It's a nice transmitter. And the controls are very similar to the Firebird that I just showed you, except it has a little more control. What we have, again, on this side, the left-hand stick, is the throttle. It's fully proportional. And on the right-hand stick, it's called a dual-axis stick. It's got rudder and elevator. Or if you take it in a diagonal, you can do both at once. Takeoffs and landings are a lot of fun. And there's two features on the Skyfly which make taking off from the ground possible. One is the fact that it's got tricycle gear. Tricycle gear always handles a lot better on the ground. The other thing is it's got a dedicated elevator. And you need that for a takeoff, or at least it makes taking off a lot easier. Okay, I hope I'm encouraging you to make the leap and get into the hobby and have all this fun. If you decide to get into it, you're going to make some purchases, and that's where I want to talk to you about the hobby shop. Like any other retail business, there's good shops and there's bad shops. The good hobby shop will come close or match any price. You know, when you mail order it, you got to pay shipping and handling. But even if you have to pay, say, you know, 10 bucks more on a $200 price, I really encourage you to buy it at the hobby shop, because that man behind the counter, once again, if it's a good hobby shop, will be a wealth of information. You're gonna have a lot of questions when you start this hobby, and he'll always be there to help you. You can always go to modelairplanenews.com, and in our magazines, there's always good information, but face-to-face help with product up close and personal, the hobby shop owner can be your best friend when it comes to getting into this hobby. Next up is the Park Zone Piper Cub. It too features 3-channel control: motor, elevator, and rudder, all proportional. The Cub is a very gentle flying airplane, and you could learn how to fly on it. It uses a lithium polymer battery. So it's the latest technology. And I want to point out, if you get any model with a lithium polymer battery, make sure you use the charger that's specified for it. If you try to charge it with some other charger that's not designed for lithium polymer, you can have problems. Also, the transmitter on the Cub is a single stick. Some people find it very comfortable. You have your elevator here, your rudder here, and your throttle control over here. And like all the other Park Flyers I've shown you, they come with everything. Real nice feature. You buy it, do a little bit of assembly, and you go out and you have fun. As a matter of fact, on most of them, it'll probably take you more time to charge the battery than build the airplane. Park Flyers are great to get into with the family. It's a fun thing. Kids from all ages, from 8 to 80, love it. See, what did I tell you? You can have a lot of fun with your family and friends with radio control. And I bet it's a lot less expensive and easier to do than you thought. Thanks for joining us on the Radio Control Show. I'm Chris Chianelli. We'll see you next time.
For more information on the Radio Control Show and on the products used in this episode, go to modelairplanenews.com.
Join us next time and we'll get into the basics of flight.